Hey, I'm Ryan McRae, and I love reading fantasy books, and I think summer is the summer of novellas. I like to theme my reading. I like to say, hey, I'll read epic fantasy maybe in the winter, maybe some thrillers or spooky stuff in the fall, spring, again with thrillers, maybe just normal fantasy length books, and then kind of summer is about novellas, and I like them because they're small, they're portable, really gets to the story quickly, and summer can be busy, you could be traveling, and it's just easier. So I thought I'd share 6 different novellas that I think you'll enjoy, and let's get started. So let's get started with Even Though I Knew the End by C.L. Polk. This is an urban fantasy detective novel that features Helen, a magical detective who is investigating murders from a serial killer. And the thing that's unique about her is that she gave up her soul to save her brother, and the clock is ticking, and she has to solve one more case that could possibly save it. I burned through this book on the L train here in Chicago, just commuting for a little bit, and I really loved it. And it's just a very dense world. I hope C.L. Polk returns to it. She packs so much world into this about the magic, how it works, the different factions. This will just smash your heart and give you hope, and smash your heart and smash it, but then you'll love it, and then you'll thank me, but then you'll be mad at me, then you'll thank me. So good, Even Though I Knew the End. I just really got to know Helen, and I'd like to visit Helen again. So C.L. Polk, if you're listening, more, please. So here we've got Ring Shout by P. Djeli Clark. This takes place in around 1915 when Birth of the Nation is taking off and the Ku Klux Klan is really rising to power. And we have our protagonist Marcy and her friends who are hunting down the Ku Klux Klan. But the thing about it is she sees them as actual demons, which they are. So some of the Klan members are actually these Ku Klux demons, and her and her friends are battling them on different fronts, and then she finds out there is possibly a cataclysmic event happening for her and the ones she loves. Don't sleep on this. This is a very spooky book and just heavy themes. Ooh, P. Djeli Clark, you really knocked it out of the park with this one, so highly recommend Ring Shout. This is probably one of my more favorite novellas, Martha Wells' All Systems Red. It's about a murder bot, this sec unit robot in the future that is sentient. They've hacked their system so they can kind of do what they want, so they're not controlled. And they just want to watch their entertainment videos and be left alone. I mean, who doesn't, right? So the murder bot, though, can't let people know, like, I'm sentient, so they have to take jobs once in a while. And they get a job with a group of people, and they go planet-side. And things go pear-shaped, as they do. And there's quite a number of these, 6 or 7 of these. And there's one long arc. I've read 3 of them. I really enjoy them. It's been a while since I've read them, but I just remember burning through. Martha Wells has the ability to write very little and pack so much world into her sentences. And you're going to just love Murderbot, sitting around, being quiet, watching entertainment vids. I get it, but also occasionally being murdery. Martha Wells, such a good book. It's completed. The ones I've shown you before are one shot, but this is a series. This is another series. It's Every Hearted Doorway by Shauna McGuire. This is about Nancy, who returns from a magical world. Think of it like Oz or Narnia or like an Alice in Wonderland situation. And she goes to a home where all these children have also come back from different worlds. And they're learning how to cope with like real life because they've kind of come back to the real world. They've been probably ejected from it. They did something wrong, found unworthy, or and they're trying to get back. There's a murder in the home they're in, and Nancy wants to figure out what happened. And there's a whole series of these where kids explore different worlds. Sometimes they take place in the halfway, and it's not really a halfway house, but like the little home these kids are in. And some take place in the other worlds. I've read 3 or 4 of these, and they're just phenomenal. No notes. I just think they're great. It's nice to explore what happens on the other side of going to a wonderful place and coming back. Love this book. Ooh. One of my favorites is Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. I've started reading her space series, but this is a cozy book where Ring Shout is very brutal. Every Hearted Doorway has some horror elements. This doesn't. It's about a robot and a tea monk, and robots are thought to be extinct, and this tea monk comes across the robot, and they go on adventures, and the tea monk is just trying to figure out what life's about. And I probably read this very slowly because it's very deep, and I felt like it's not an action story. It's like a little status story. It's just, what's my place in this world? And I love it. Psalm for the Wild Built. There's a sequel I haven't gotten to yet, but highly recommend. Next one I want to read, this is one I haven't gotten to yet, is Veronica Roth's When Among the Crows. It's just about knights and a city. I haven't gotten into it, but it just looks beautiful. People on TikTok and the other channels I've talked to or listened to just love it. A Curse, a Calling, a Sacrifice. I'm in. That's what I love. These are novellas I recommend. I want to let me know in the comments what you think. If you dig what I'm putting down, if you could just like, subscribe, and all that jazz. But I'm Ryan McRae. I love fantasy books. I love talking about them. Let me know what you think, and if you have any novellas, you're like, dude, you missed out on one. I want to know. So, thanks.